What's going on, guys? MDLP from the Battle Axe, the strongman gym in Miami, where strength is everything. I'm sleepy right now. Fuck, I feel like taking a nap, but I gotta make this video before I take a nap because my life is awesome. I can take a nap at 3 in the afternoon. Um, so, bringing more information to the modern day Viking here. Today I posted a Viking video. Jesus, I'm obsessed. A bench press, and I was doing some pause pressing, and then I used a slingshot. So a lot of people are starting to do. Actually, raw powerlifting is kind of taking off, and I see a lot of people posting videos of people benching and wanting to do benching and using chains and using cool shit. Um, and that's awesome. Accommodating resistance is very important. It's good to see powerlifting growing in Miami, or at least trying to. And I'll keep trying myself to spread the word of powerlifting strongman. But what kind of stuff would you use, or tools you can use to make your bench better or more fun? So if you're not having fun, honestly, I think that it can obviously take its toll on you, and then heavy lifting necessarily isn't for everyone. And so sometimes you can add different kind of things to your bench or your movement, and I'll leave it at the bench for right now. You can do this with other stuff as well, um, to help you become a better lifter, to lift heavier weights, and to just make it fun, to make it different, change it up. One of the first things I really have implemented, I've always implemented since way, way, way ago, was chains. I love to add chains to the weight. It's accommodating resistance. What accommodating resistance means is obviously fluctuating weight or accommodating to the movement. Simple as that. I don't know if it gets any more in depth. It doesn't really matter. You can't relate if you get super complicated to it. So basically, it's always making you work. So as the chains go closer to the ground, as it gets lighter, and as you press up, it gets heavier. It's a great way to train explosivity, to train tightness, to train skill. Now, a lot of people will see this as a way of just think it looks cute and it's really cool, and you think it's strong, and how cool is that? I did some chains, but you're not really getting the benefit out of it if you're adding maybe just 20 pounds to something. It'll help you, but sometimes a little bit more chains can really, somebody stronger who can bench over 200-300 is not going to get too much benefit out of a 40-pound chain. Might move it up to about 80 to 100 to 200 if you have some. It helps you very much because when you're at the bottom of the bench, you're actually going to want to come loose because it gets lighter, and as you press, it's going to get much heavier, and it's going to help you focus on that kind of tightness you need on the lockout. So I love using chains. I'll use bands as well on the bench. You kind of do it on the rack and loop it on the bottom of a pinhole with the pin in it, or really, really heavy dumbbells. You can either double loop it or single. I like to double it over. Bands are a little bit more aggressive, I'll be honest with you. On the bench or in any kind of form, any kind of lift, the bands are a little bit more aggressive. They will really drive you into the ground, try to smash you, and they will beat up your hands, they'll beat up your joints a little bit more than the average lift, unless it's reverse band. But if it's just normal band tension, you're gonna get a lot of fight out of it. So I recommend you use 1 week on, maybe 2 weeks off for that, kind of cycle through your bands and chains. Westside does it like that, kind of cycling through different motions to keep the body fresh. Again, it's a great way to stay tight. It really helps with lockout. Really, the way you should really work with band tension is not too much. You want it to help your lift. You guys are going to get pretty crazy and do heavy doubles and triples. That's fine. Just be mindful that always have a spotter at hand, or at least the safety bars, because that motherfucker will go down quick and smash you and go right above your neck. So take that with their caution and be awesome about it. And then last, just to keep it simple for myself, I like to use a slingshot. You can get that. It's Mark Bell's thing. Anyone here who follows Mark Bell, he's cool as shit. He's been, I guess, one of my online mentors, at least for powerlifting and just general information and silly shit about lifting. Howmuchyabench.net, that's howmuchya, Y-A, bench.net, has all his products, and there you can get the slingshot, and the new one is called a boar slingshot. It's yellow, so really cool stuff. It kind of literally slingshots the weight off of you, allows you to overload train and go a little bit heavier than you would. So let's say you can bench press 225 for a double. When you put on the slingshot, you'll probably get around 8, and if you're really, really heavy, maybe 10 if you want to go kill yourself. and it allows you to save your shoulders, get good form, get that pinch in your back, and you're still moving that weight. I mean, it helps you off the bottom of the lift, but you're still pressing a lot of it with, static strength and boot strength. So you get a really good pump and a good way to just add extra volume and intensity. And by intensity, I mean weight. So if you don't have one, look into it. If you don't know how to use it, get someone who does, or have someone there spotting you, because it'll have a tendency to fire the barbell up towards your neck if you don't know what you're doing. It's really simple in essence, but as you get tired, you're going to want to have somebody there that either knows how to use it or to just spot you as you go. So those are 3 tools and toys to make your bench way sexy and help it increase and just make it fun. Because if you're not having fun in doing what you're doing, you should probably take a closer look at your life and maybe play Battlefield and hop on the Xbox One and help me out because I suck. So you have chains, bands, and the slingshot. 3 ways to make your bench much more fun, and I like to cycle them: raw benching, bands, chains, slingshot. That's 4 weeks, and I get to mess around with them, sometimes combining 2 in one day. So hope this helps. As far as rep schemes are concerned, email me if you have any questions or any kind of stuff like that. Cheers, and wish you the best of luck.